The couple was walking so happily and carefree that they bump into that woman and she ends up dropping all of her groceries on the ground. The man immediately apologizes for it, but she doesn't look so happy. He recognizes her. It's May, and she says that she bought all the stuff that he likes. She can't believe that woman is pregnant, but he tells her that she isn't, that she's just a little overweight. She pushes him and May notices the ring on her finger, and she wants to know what that means then. He just tells her to pick the stuff up from the ground and start making lunch. She'll not go home, and she wants to know what's happening there. That's funny, where is she going then? She'd rather go anywhere else instead. The farther the better. She can't take their taxi. There even because that was her husband. He tells her to come back and goes after her. He makes a prediction. He's sure that she'll come crawling back to him, so he tells her to stop that and go back home, that he's hungry. I was sitting there in that taxi thinking that my life was over, but I was wrong. My name is May and this is my love story. The driver sees the state she's in and asks if she'd like a tissue. She takes it. And she tells him that she's 36 years old and she dedicated 18 years of her life to her husband. He says that she's more than that, but she has no idea who she is without him. That she'll be a divorcee now. And that everyone will start to talk about her failed marriage. She's a pretty woman, so he's sure that she'll find someone else sooner or later. She'll have to go back to her husband because no one will be interested in her. He suddenly starts the car. And she asks him where is he going. He'll show her. The taxi driver was silent all the way, and he took me to a park where there was no reception. I was completely alone with a stranger. She still wants to know where are they going, and he keeps saying that he'll show her something. She starts to tell him that he can take her jewelry, that he can make some money with that. Her husband is a rich man, he only needs to ask to get some money. He thought that she was done with her husband, and she starts to beg him not to do it. He tells her that he's collecting wood to start a fire, that it'll be pretty cold there tonight and they'll need to make a bonfire. She still doesn't know why he brought her there, but he tells her to go with him and he'll show her. That's what he wanted to show her. She has no idea what a tree has to do with anything, that he's wasting her time. That's where he tried to take his own life. He was very much in love with his fiancée. But then she cheated on him with his boss. And that's when he thought that he didn't have any reasons to move forward. What made him change his mind? Nature. Nature shows us that life is a beautiful thing, that it doesn't mean that his life needs to end once his relationship ended. The world is a beautiful place and this led to him thinking, why was I rushing things to end? She has no idea of what she'll do now, so he tells her that they can walk for a while and she can set her mind straight. We walked through the wood and he showed me his world. It was full of simple, yet beautiful things. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed life like today, in fact, I don't think I ever did it. It was a fresh breath of life, and I was feeling well with this stranger. I forgot about all my problems at that moment. He starts to thank May for coming with him and spending a day with him. He knows that she's a fine woman who's probably used to drinking fine wines in nice places, but she says she doesn't. She takes the bottle and says that the company matters more. He leans into her, and he starts to apologize once he sees her moving back, that he doesn't want to complicate her life. On the contrary, he's the first man that made her see life with a new look. He lets her know that it has been too long since he felt like that for another woman, that he never felt like that again ever since his ex. They don't deserve to go through with this, that her husband cheated on her too. He can't believe that he was crazy enough to do that, and she says that he got someone else pregnant. Wow, he can't believe this. This is pretty hard for her because she can't have kids. But she dreams about being a mother. He knows that, and he is always there in her face for not giving him a son. She really doesn't need to go through this, and he asks her why she stayed with that man. She doesn't know. He's the only man in her life, and he has been with her ever since. They have lived together for 18 years, so she doesn't know how to live her life without him. He thinks that she should take this opportunity to live a different life, one where she'll be happy, that she can live by his side. She's too afraid to do it, and she tells Ron that she's not so sure about it. She knows that she's a little frightened today, but today was a really tough day. I finally feel fulfilled. I'm not just some housekeeper who lives to make dinner for her husband every night. She didn't know that he was going somewhere, and he tells her that he was going overseas today. She finds that really odd, but he tells her that he'll go later today, that he wants her to go with him. She can't do that. She told him that she was happy with him, so he asked her why not. They spent a day together. It's not how this works. He tells her that they had a perfect day and that their lives will be just as perfect. He asks her if she'll go back to that jerk, and she'll think about it. He tells her that his food it's cold, and she tells him to ask his lover to do it then. He can leave that woman then, and she reminds him that woman it's pregnant. He doesn't care. He can see that she's jealous about it, so he tells her that he can make a son on her instead. Oops, he forgot that she can't have children anyway. He tells her to quit yapping and heat his food so that he can take that kid for her later. She's shocked to hear those things, and he reminds her that he'll live his life the way he wants it. The only thing that he wants now is to eat some hot food, telling her to heat it up already. She silently takes the plate away, and she realized that day with the stranger changed her life forever. She doesn't want that life anymore. She brings him an empty plate instead, and he doesn't get the joke. There's no joke. She'll be the one who'll live life the way she wants it from now on. She tosses her wedding ring on the plate, letting him know that she slept with a taxi driver. She thanks him for giving her some time to think and sort things out. Don't worry, he says, and he asks her where are her things. He thought she was coming with him. She won't need much to spend her days on a beach in Mexico with him. He's glad to hear it, and she's all set to go.